Hello, YouTubers and CSI fans. It's Danielle here, and I have my best friend Shanea here to chime in on CSI Cyber for week 3 review.
What up?
She's gonna make me laugh through this. Okay, so I didn't get a chance to watch week 3 CSI Cyber episode on time because I was on a bus on the way to Atlanta for 13 hours. I know, right? It's a long time to be on a bus. Yeah. So, and then immediately after I got off the bus, which I got off the bus around 9:45, I went straight to Cirque to meet with the hacker himself, Mr. Shaw Moss. Some of you may know him as Bow Wow, but that's the reason I didn't watch him in CSI Cyber this week, which is why this review is kind of late, but better now than never, right? So I'm doing the review right now because the new episode comes on Wednesday, so I wanted to get it done before the new episode came on. So let's get right into it. So this last week's episode was about Uber cars being hacked and people being killed in the cars. What kind of nonsense is that? For you to get into a car that you're trusting to get you places and you get tased and killed in the car.
I won't be taking Uber or Lyft anytime soon.
This is why I take the metro to work, and my bestie drives to work, so she has her own car. So the guy got in the car expecting to go places, and the driver just wouldn't say anything to him in the CSI Cyber episode. And so he knew something was up. I would know something was up too. If I was the guy in the back car, I would have just jumped out of the car right then and there, because I'm not about to have you take me somewhere and you can't interact with me. So they went into this alley, and then he got killed. So it was up to the cyber team to try to figure out who was killing people. And the guy that was in the back of the car was victim number 2. Now, they found victim number 1. She was a lady, and she had a number 1 in her mouth, and the guy had a number 2 in his mouth. So the CSI Cyber team had to definitely figure out who was killing these people before he striked for victim number 3. So it was a crazy episode. It's just like in CSI Cyber, they find any and everything to hack. Everything that we do, from taking the metro to having these computers to everything. It's crazy.
Changing the traffic light, now that was crazy.
Yes. Changing the traffic light through a computer. Technology is crazy these days, and I'm just like, y'all change the traffic light to make sure that y'all got this cat that was killing people. Shout out to Raven for that one. Shout out to Haley Hiyoka's character for that. She had all of the insights and everything on so they can catch this killer. I personally think that people won't trust Uber again after this episode.
Oh.
Uber and Lyft. I've never heard, I think Zogo was just the company car that they just decided to name for this episode, because I've never heard of Zogo in my life, and I don't think it exists. I just think it's one that they just chose to do.
I think it's made up
in this episode. So yeah, it was Zogo. It was the Zogo driver that was taking and finding people, random victims to kill. And the reason he was trying to find random victims to kill is because apparently his son was murdered. And he felt like that random people needed to pay for his son to be murdered because other people needed to feel like he felt when his son got murdered. That's not a legit excuse to take your anger out on people because your son was killed. But he got locked up in the end. They eventually caught him, and he eventually backed down from it. And I like my fave. He was just all over the place as usual, just hacking into things, just helping out as usual as he normally does. Mr. Agent Brody Nelson, babyface,
Team Nelson,
always. So that was this week episode. It was, they're just gonna keep hacking stuff and just keep trying to make us afraid of the world.
Everything.
Come on, we already have a wicked world. Y'all want to make it worse. I know planes are coming up soon, and I'm just like,
Lord Jesus, why?
I get on planes. Hello. But we're going to definitely see how that works out when it comes up. Stay tuned for week 4 next week. Wednesday, 10 p.m. on CBS. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be crazy too. So you don't want to miss that.
Peace out, YouTubers.
Make sure you guys tune in and we'll see you next week. I will be at home next week. So I'll definitely be catching in on the action next week on time. So we'll catch you guys then. See ya.
Peace out.